professional I know had been posting for months, stuck at around 35 views per video, and walked away from her entire channel. She thought she was failing, but she was actually closer to breaking through than she knew, and she left before it happened. Let me show you what she missed, including the one thing that creators rarely think about that matters most. On YouTube, effort and results are not a one-to-one line. You have to do a lot of work up front to create the right conditions for your channel to succeed, much like a manual water pump, where you have to pump the handle to remove the air, which creates that vacuum into which the water will rise. And you have to keep pumping it until it flows. But if you stop before it happens, the water in that line slowly sinks back into the earth and you'll never see it. New channels and dead channels work the same way. Many experts in their fields new to YouTube stop when they're 90% there because they only see the dry spout, not the water rising inside the pipe. So how do you know your flow is coming? Reading the 4 signals. A water pump about to flow gives off subtle signals: spongy resistance, gurgling noises, sputtering water. YouTube does too. So here's what to watch for. Number 1, the median line. Statistically, 35 views is the median view count for videos on this platform, which means half of all uploads never reach that number. So if you're at 36, your video is already in the top 50% of everything ever uploaded to YouTube. That's a real milestone. And noticing that most of my videos had crossed that line is what prompted this video here. And more on that in a minute. 2, the impressions floor. When I posted my first long-form video in April, my daily impressions baseline was somewhere between 0 and 10. Right now, even on days when I haven't posted anything, I'm getting 50 to 125 impressions per day. My worst day now is 5 to 10 times better than my best day before I started. That's not a vanity number. That's YouTube keeping your channel in rotation even when you're not feeding it. If your impressions are already holding steady or creeping up between posts, that's pressure building in the line. 3, search intent. If any of your videos have picked up even 1 or 2 views from search, YouTube has indexed you. That's a technical win that most new creators overlook. It means the algorithm understands what your channel is about and is matching you to viewers who are actively looking for what you teach. On this channel, almost every long-form video I've posted has triggered at least 1 search view in its first 24 hours. And honestly, when I looked at those numbers, I was totally disappointed because these are such low numbers compared to what I'm used to on my more established channels. 1 view, 2 views, but that's the pump working. It found the right person for your specific expertise, and this is how it all begins. So watch which topics pull that search traffic. Those are your strongest signals about what your audience actually wants from you. 4, the returning viewer baseline. This one is the most important number on your dashboard, and most new creators don't even look at it. When I started in April, I had 1 or 2 returning viewers a day, probably people I know. By late May, though, that had grown to 8 or 9. This week, on some days, over 40% of my viewers were people coming back. That means I'm not just getting views, I'm building an audience bit by bit over time. When you start, you'll have 0 returning viewers. Then you'll have 1. You might think 1 person coming back doesn't matter, but it's the first drop of that water from the pump. Your next video starts with a warm audience that didn't exist before. So mine is now 8 times larger than it was 2 months ago, not because of a viral hit, but because the pump is priming. So given the subtlety of the clues and the time and effort it takes to see results, how do you stay in this long enough to actually see it through? This is that thing I mentioned earlier that creators rarely think about that absolutely determines success or failure on YouTube, and that is the mindset shift. The creators who make it on this platform aren't always the most polished, the most experienced, or the ones with the best equipment. What they have is a decision they made before they ever hit record, and that is, this is going to work, period. That's it. There is no plan B. So looking at my situation here, in all honesty, my channel is growing slower than I'd like. 2 months in, and some days it feels like I'm just pumping into dry air. But I keep going because I understand the mechanics, I can see the signals, and I made that decision to suffer through the cringe with clarity of purpose before I ever started. That's the only difference between me and my real estate friend. She's smarter than I am about real estate, probably better on camera too, but she left before the water came through. There's one more thing you need to know about experts specifically, because your situation is genuinely different from a 22-year-old trying to build an audience from nothing. The professional advantage. When the water finally flows from your pump, it's not tap water, it's mineral water. Your 10 or 20 years of expertise means the people who find you are more likely pre-qualified. They're not casual browsers, they're your actual potential clients looking for someone experienced that they can trust. You'll probably get fewer views than a lifestyle creator with a larger TAM, total addressable market, and that's fine because one of your views is worth more to your business than 10,000 subscribers who just want free entertainment. So the slow start isn't a bug. It's a feature of how expert channels work. Your job is to keep pumping with precision long enough to see it pay off. Maybe you've been pumping for months and you're exhausted. You might think the well is dry, but if you've been consistent, the pressure is already in the line. You could be one pump away from the water finally coming through. The reason your views feel low isn't because you're failing, it's because you might not understand the market math of your specific niche, that total addressable market I mentioned earlier. But I'll show you exactly how that works for experts in this video here.